Hi, I'm JR, and this is Animated Rant. Today's rant is on Catholic schools. Catholic schools are religious private schools sponsored by the church, and for that I say, okay, I'm fine with it. Unfortunately, Catholic Church is in deep trouble, like opposing gay rights, child abuse, and assault on women's rights. And to that, I say, really? Come on! Why do you oppose this? I don't get it! Anyways, this isn't on the church. This is on their schools. Now, I must admit, Catholic school wasn't that bad. But there were some major trouble spots. Honestly, it was a hassle in my middle school. My first problem happened in 6th grade. And actually, this didn't happen to me. This happened to my friend. Well, when she was in her class, one of the most Reginiest of Reginas from Mean Girls, she went up to my friend and said, this might trigger some people, but she said, and I quote, "If you killed yourself today, no one would care." And I'm like, really? Just really? First of all, she's my friend. I would care. And this goes out to all my friends who are watching this little animated fox. And first of all, really? Why are you watching me? I'm right next to you. Watch me. I'm probably doing something funny right now. Anyways, second, really? I would care. I would cry over her. I would go, why can't it be me? So really? Really? If no one will care, I guess I'm a no one. Now this led my friend to have much damage afterwards. Now I do want to clarify this is a different friend from my previous story last week. But back to my story. But anyways, she had major damage. And I'm like, really? Really? You would do that just for laughs and giggles? Just to torture someone? I mean, really? Really? Come on, man. Really? 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 Now this brings us to my second story. As I said before, my friend has emotional damage because of this. So now she's in a religion class. And again, I'm not there. I mean, like, dude, really? Really, JR? Why aren't you there? You should be helping out with your friend. But no, your friend can't be in the same class as you because you guys are too close to each other. Really? 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 I'm like her emotional support animal. I'll be there for you when the rain starts to fall. I'll be there for you, like I've been there before. Oh my god, I'm doing Friends. And then she normally is all like, thank you for being a friend. Oh my god, I'm doing Golden Girls now. I should really stop watching TV. Different animated rant for a different time. Anyways, in 7th grade, my friend went to my religion teacher's class, and she had a major mental breakdown there. Like, it was a full-blown panic attack, and which is completely wrong. And then she raised her hand so she could go to our designated guidance counselor so she can have help with going through her panic attack. And do you know what my teacher said? Mental health isn't real. You should just pray about it. And I'm all like, really? 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 Mental health isn't real? Oh, I'll show you mental health isn't real. Really? 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 Now, one of the awful parts of my Catholic school was the yearly sex talk. And I'm like, really? It was bad. Like, really bad. Now, because it was Catholic school, they taught you all about how you can't have sex before marriage. Okay, I understand, religious teaching, blah, 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 blah. But then they also talked about how if you don't want a baby, abstinence is the best practice. Now, research shows that abstinence, yes, is the best practice for safe sex, but people who are only taught abstinence in health classes will likely have babies earlier because they don't know about protection. That's just what the studies indicate, so this health class doesn't work. And my favorite part of the whole whole class was one singular line my religion teacher said. And I quote, "God wants you to have awesome sex!" Really? Really? You just said God wants you to have awesome sex. What the fudge? Like, really? 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 I asked most of my friends, what is one of the things you remember from health class in 7th grade? And it was that line. So if people remember God wants you to have awesome sex, I don't think your abstinence talk is working. I'm just like, really? Really? I'm not sure this is working. Anyways, a side story to my Catholic school was my religion teacher during the time was an ex-nun. You heard me, ex-nun. Like, not a current nun, a former nun. Like, she left the clergy. And she is my religion teacher. Yeah. I'm gonna let that sink in for you. Okay, it sunk in, right? Okay. Now, my fourth horror story is my English teacher. She gave us a reading comprehension assignment with how you feel questions. Okay, perfectly fine. I can tell you how I feel. Probably with a lot of reallys, as you know by this show. But no, it was multiple choice. How do you choose how you feel with 4 options and then back it up with 4 other options? And second, how is it correct? I might feel something different than one of my other friends. I mean, like, really? Really? You think that is good? Nope. No, it's not. And next, it was a 4-question assignment, but it was only worth 2 points. How does that make sense? It doesn't. Now, her logic behind this was, well, you might get a question wrong, and then the 2-part section of the question may not be correct, so I'm doing you a favor. Well, I got the first part wrong, the how you feel about this passage, and then my backup on it was correct. So I lost a point because I didn't feel what my friends are feeling. Because feelings are different. Oh wait, mental health isn't real. Isn't that right, my religion teacher? So I couldn't feel anything. I'm off topic now. Sorry, let me get back on topic. Really? This doesn't even make any sense. My final horror story from my school doesn't come actually from school. It comes from the science fair at my school. So, my science fair was set up so that each category of science got their own category for the science fair. Now, I was put in technology. My project was on a unbeatable tic-tac-toe code, which I coded myself. And you can find this code at jeremahall.com. Besides the point. This took 3 weeks to make. I eventually quit and had someone else code it for me, who's a professional coder, because, dude, I was in 7th grade. I barely can code now. I gave them proper credit, so it wasn't cheating. And it was unbeatable. Now, the times when I had other people test it, I found it was beatable. But I, still knowing a little bit of how to code, made some minor tweaks so it would play better. And then on the final night before the science fair, I was staying after school because I was making a video for my school. Yes, I made videos when I was that young too. Not as good quality then, but I still made videos. And I saw one of my friends and classmates make a robot during, very last minute. Well, little did I know, the next day, that was his project. He didn't even have a trifold for it. But guess who won first place? No, not the guy who spent a lot of time doing a code. He got last place. The guy who got first place was the last minute procrastination project. I mean, really? 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 Why would he win? I worked so much harder than it. But this is Old Stone Runes. And that was my Catholic school experience. Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe for more.